Good morning, guys. This is Glasgow Rangers Nation. I'm Owen James, and this is your news update, guys. I woke up this morning, and it's like a bad dream. It honestly is like a bad dream. Another Monday morning, another pretty poor result at the weekend, and no manager. Again, appointed, nothing, and the whole debacle continues to go on. Turned down by Gerrard because of Thelwell. Turned down by Muscat because of Thelwell. Let's get this straight. The club have put out that the reason they've gone away from Muscat is because of the fact that they weren't prepared to wait for him to become manager. Yet they were prepared to agree a deal with him about 2 or 3 days ago, where they would have known that was the case. So that is an absolute lie from Rangers. Rangers have lied and trying to take the fans for mugs yet again. Kevin Muscat's people have come out and said the reason that he is not taking the job is that he does not fit in with the model and wanted some control over signings, something that Kevin Thelwell was not prepared to give him. As I'll repeat what I said on the video last night, I've said right from the last few months is that Kevin Thelwell must be sacked as Rangers sporting director. The man is a moron. The man is clueless. He's filling all the recruitment positions at our club with his best mates and his family. He is destroying this club from the inside out. In fact, I would be asking him to empty his wallet onto the desk and look for a Celtic membership card. I genuinely would. This man, I think, is quite clearly a Tim. I'll be honest with you. This morning we wake up and there was loads of rumours last night going around that it was Ole Gunnar Solskjaer that was going to be the manager. This morning it's Danny Rule appears to be back on the cards to be the manager of Rangers. Looking at it now, there appears to be 3 candidates that are standing out as manager. Danny Rule, head coach, Slaven Bilic and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. It's a bit, honestly, you look at this situation, Rule, Solskjaer or Bilic. It's a little bit like asking you, do you want to be shot, stabbed or burnt alive? I mean, that is genuinely the choice. Do you want to be shot with Danny Rule, which is probably going to be a bit more instant? Do you want to be stabbed, which is going to hurt a little bit more with Slaven Bilic? Or do you want to be burnt alive, which is going to absolutely kill with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer? That's how I honestly feel about these 3 managers. Once again, we're going to appoint a manager who from day one is going to be under pressure. From day one, probably the vast majority of fans don't want at the club. Once again, the 49ers, Andrew Kavanagh, Thelwell and Stewart have fumbled the ball on this appointment. Yet again, they've screwed it up. Yet again, they fucked it up. It's incompetence. It is incompetence on a galactic scale from Rangers. And, I challenge anybody from the club watching this video, come on the podcast, defend the club, tell me you're not incompetent, tell me you know what you're doing, tell me that Kevin Thelwell is the right man for the job, tell me that Patrick Stewart is doing a good job. I'd love to debate with these people, but they wouldn't have the courage to do it because they know they're in the wrong, they know they're an embarrassment, they know they're dragging our club down, and they know that Kevin Thelwell and Patrick Stewart they make 2 clowns look like they could do a better job at running a football club. They are genuinely the most incompetent morons on the face of planet Earth. I mean, they make Keir Starmer look like the best prime minister in the world. I look at the situation with the club and I'll be honest with you, whoever's appointed is coming to a poison chalice. And if you honestly believe that appointing Rule or appointing Solskjaer or appointing Bilic as manager is going to change anything and is going to get us back to winning trophies, then put the book fast down, guys, because you're quite clearly drunk or high, because it's going to change absolutely nothing. Because the problem, as I said on the video the other day, starts at the top and it goes right down through this football club. The problem starts with Patrick Stewart. It then gets worse with Kevin Thelwell. It then gets bad with the manager, who obviously was Russell Martin, and the playing squad are not much better either. The captain of the club is also a complete and utter clown as well. The situation is not good. It is genuinely very bad this morning. I'll be honest with you, what's going to really do my head in even more is we're going to have to sit And when they unveil Danny Rule or Ole Gunnar Solskjaer or even Slaven Bilic as the manager, we're going to have to sit and listen to their lies, where they're going to sit there and they're going to tell us that this was their first choice all along. This was an outstanding candidate. This was the top man that they appointed. This was the only man they wanted, etc., etc. You know, it's going to be the same old bollocks when we know in reality that the actual people who have a brain out there know that this is our fourth, maybe even fifth choice candidate to be the manager of Rangers. You know, everyone knows they wanted Gerrard, didn't get him. Everyone knows they wanted Muscat, didn't get him. Everyone knows there was also, I think, a push to get Dyche as well, didn't get him. You know, everyone knows that this process has been well and truly screwed up. I mean, as I said on the video last night, we knew 8 weeks ago, effectively, that Russell Martin was going to be sacked because of how bad the situation was. The fact it was allowed to then drag on for a further 6 weeks is even more proof positive that these guys don't know how to run a football club. Then we get to the international break, which gives us 2 weeks to appoint a manager. We don't do it. We absolutely don't do it. We screw pooch on this one. We absolutely fumble it. You look around the leagues, you look at other teams, you look at like West Ham, Forest, for example, they sacked their manager within 24 hours, 48 hours, they've got a new manager in place. You know, you can rest assured that if today, say for example, Arsenal, Liverpool sacked their manager within 24 hours to 40 hours, they would have a new manager in place. Rangers have galactically messed this one up. And as I said a few minutes ago, you know, you're going to be looking at a situation where it's probably going to be Danny Rule, it's probably going to be Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, it's probably going to be Slaven Bilic. Do you want to be shot, stabbed, or burnt to death? That is the choice, realistically. You've got a project manager in Danny Rule, who realistically will not be a manager that will hit the ground running and win us things ASAP. He's not a leader, he's not a figurehead, he is a project coach. He is Russell Martin 2.0. That's what he is. He's a better manager than Russell Martin, don't get me wrong, tactically. So that's one. Slaven Bilic is not a good manager. He failed at West Ham. He just genuinely is not the man that I would want in charge of my football club. I don't think this man is. I mean, if you look at the situation with him, he's managed an absolute list of football clubs and never lasted more than a year, 2 years anywhere he's been. You know, that is not a recipe for success. That is not a recipe for a manager that has any longevity in his position. You know, if you go back over his last few appointments, he was with Al Fatah in Saudi. He had a 36% win percentage. He was with Watford. He had a 38% win percentage. He was with Beijing. He had a 31% win percentage. West Brom, who are a team that usually are always playoff bound, 40% win percentage. I've got a few mates who are Baggies fans. They don't rate him in the slightest. Al Ittihad, he had a 30% win percentage. With West Ham, 37% win percentage. In fact, you've got to go back to Besiktas between 2013 and 2015 for the last time he broke 50% as manager. The other candidate, obviously, is Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. I've got to say, I did hear some utter crap last night, listening to some people saying, oh, well, he did a decent job at Manchester United. He was at Manchester United. He had some top-class players at that football club. You know, if you look at what he's done elsewhere, he got Cardiff relegated, 30% win percentage with Cardiff. With Besiktas, yes, he did well, 51.7%, but then was sacked. You know, this guy he had a 54% win percentage in Manchester United, for God's sake. I mean, Manchester United. I'll be honest with you, all three of these candidates fill me with dread. All three of these candidates fill me with no hope for the future. I believe that if Rule is appointed today, or Solskjaer, or Bilic, within 6 months we'll be looking for another new manager. That's honestly how I feel about the whole situation at this present moment in time. Guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments. And let me know, do you want to be stabbed, shot, or burnt? Thanks for watching. I'll catch you on the next one.